students, I am Safia, your science teacher. Today we are going to continue the topic living and non-living. A part of it is a little different for you people. Discussed about characteristics of living things and what a dead organism is called as. It is actually an intermediate between living and non-living. Now we are going to see about the microorganisms. So what are microorganisms? These are the organisms which are present but we can't see with our naked eyes. Naked eyes means this, right? We are not using any lens, we are not using any specs or something. Then also we are able to see some of the things like human beings we can see, plants we can see, animals we can see, some of the other non-living things or creatures we can see. But whereas microorganisms we can't see. Micro, they are very small that cannot be seen with our naked eyes. Cannot be seen with our naked eyes. We need some instruments to observe these microorganisms. So the instrument used to observe this microorganism or to see or study about the microorganism is called as microscope. Microscope is an instrument used to know or study about the microorganism. As I said, it is an instrument. So what is microscope? Before understanding microscope, let us have an idea of magnifier. You know magnifying lens and magnifier? Okay, I will help you to know about this. So magnifying lens. Have you ever seen if the words are small in the book, right? So what the old people will do, they will be using magnifying lens. Not only that, even in geometry books you can find an object like this, it is called as magnifying lens. If you see through it, the letters will look bigger. That is what magnifier or magnifying lens. So if you want to make this magnifier, then do one thing, take one electric bulb, okay, remove the filament from it, okay, remove the filament from that and fill water into it. After filling water, you have to see through that. You will observe that electric bulb will work as magnifying lens or magnifier. So by using this magnifier, we can see small objects in big size. In the same way, this microscope is also an instrument which is used to see this microorganisms. Actually, we can't see the microorganisms, but because of the help of this microscope, we can see those microorganisms and we can study the structure of microorganisms. There is a huge world of microorganisms which is invisible to our naked eyes. That means we can't see with our naked eyes. We need an instrument, that is microscope. The microscope which we are discussing now is called as compound microscope. So the structure of microscope is difficult to draw here. It will take a lot of time. If you have textbook, you can use it. If not, you can use Google and find out the structure of microscope. And here this microscope have three different parts. Okay, that is I can say it has arms. It has arms to hold all the visual components, and as well as it has a platform to put the slide. It has objective lenses through which we have to see. Lens will be fixed there and magnifying lenses will be here. So by using that, we can set by seeing from which lens how much of what I can say structure is visible or not, that you can see by using this objective lens. Adjustment knob will be, force adjustment knob will be base of the compound microscope. I will be giving you the structure of this microscope in the end of this video. Go through it clearly and properly. When you come back to school, we will be having the practical. I will be showing you the compound microscope. So as I said here, microscope is used to observe microorganisms. So where shall we find out the microorganisms? So let us develop microorganisms. What you have to do, take some fruits, vegetables, if not you can take bread. Okay, take bread and keep that bread unopened for 2 to 3 days. For example, you have bread packet. Keep it like that only for 3 to 4 days. After 4 days, you will observe that the bread has rotten. Bread has rotten. Why it has rotten? That is because there is no air, there is no fresh air and no light. That's why the bread has spoiled, it has rotten. From this foul smell means dirty smell will be coming up, and as well as you can see there are the grey color spots on that. That grey color spots have thin hair-like structures. That hair-like structures are nothing but mold. So mold, for example, we have this rotten bread on that, mold is there. So this mold is living or not, how can we find out? We can do one easy test, that is what? Reproduction, to see whether this mold will reproduce or not. So for that we have to take a fresh bread and put this sample of mold on that and leave it for 2 to 3 days. You'll observe that the fresh bread which we have taken will be covered with the mold. That means mold is able to reproduce, and not only that, mold can have all of the living characteristics of living things. So we can say that mold is a living thing, and mold we are able to see it only under microscope. We have got the rotten bread, right? So here the grey color spots are present. You have to take this and put it on the slide and keep this slide on the platform and observe it with the help of microscope. Then you will observe this mold is a living organism. So as it is observed by using microscope, this mold is a microorganism. It will be invisible to our naked eyes but visible through microscope. So this was about mold. So mold is not useful microorganism. But do you know, microorganisms are of two types. Some are useful, some are harmful. Like harmful we have discussed about is a mold which will be spoiling our fruits, vegetables and eating items. But whereas some are the important microorganisms are also present which will help us in our day-to-day life. Like there is a microorganism in our body which will help in digestion. Okay, so if we maintain our body properly, that bacteria will be staying safely and it will be helping us. In the same way, there is one more bacteria which is present in the curd. That bacteria is Lactobacillus bacteria. So this bacteria will convert milk into curd. So in our day-to-day life we use milk. Okay, how curd is obtained by conversion of milk to curd. So when we want curd, what do? We add some sample of curd to the milk. So automatically milk will change into curd. So that conversion will take place because of the bacteria. Bacteria is a microorganism. So that means microorganisms are not only harmful, but there are some useful microorganisms as well. The detailed study about microorganisms will be learning in the higher sections. Now we are going to observe some other kind of microorganisms by collecting the water from different areas. We are going to collect the sample of water from pond, borewell and water stream, etc. This much is enough. Now what you have to do, we have got the sample of water, keep them separately. You should not mix these waters because individually we have to test them under the microscope. So for this activity you have to take a slide. So with the help of slide only we are going to put the samples. So this slide will be kept on the platform of a microscope. Then only we are able to observe all the organisms. So here we have to put the drop of water from these three samples. For example, I have taken the pond water and I have kept a drop of water and now I am going to observe it under the compound microscope. And if you observe through it, you observe some microorganisms present here. So, can you see with your naked eyes? No, we can't see with our naked eyes because microorganisms are invisible to our naked eyes. They are visible only through microscope. So, when you observe through this, you will observe that this pond water contains microorganisms. In the same way, borewell water and water stream water will also have microorganisms. But the water which is collected from the pond will be having more number of microorganisms. That means microorganisms are invisible to us, but there are different kinds of microorganisms and they are the part of a living or living world. Okay, so microorganisms are present, and this is how we can say that microorganisms are present everywhere. So students, this was the end of your lesson, living and non-living. So after this one chapter, I am going to conduct the test. So last time I have conducted the examinations by combining 2 or 3 lessons, and the length of the paper was also big more. Now I am going to conduct the exam after every one lesson. After every lesson there will be an examination. So as I am giving you the notes, and as well as I am giving you everything, so you people, it's your responsibility to read, listen, write properly the examination without any cheating. Thank you. Bye.